Hey guys, welcome to the video today. In today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Wen Rotary Tool Kit with Flex Shaft. This is model 2305. I got this off Amazon. It was just a little over $20 after tax. I mean, an unbelievable buy to be able to get a rotary tool with a flex shaft, with accessories, and a case to carry it all in. So, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people that had bought this off Amazon, and most of the reviews were good. So we're gonna take it out and take a look for ourselves and see what it's all about. Before we do, I just wanna let you guys know I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you find this video enjoyable. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you do. And all right, okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and unbox this right now. All right, guys, I got this cut open. Let's go ahead and open it up here, and we can see that it's got some nice display packaging on it. This is what you would see if you were to buy this out of a store. Help let you know what's inside the box. We can see we got our accessories, our rotary tool, our flex shaft. It lets us know it's variable speed, anywhere from 8,000 to 30,000 RPMs. Yeah, very cool. Let's take this out of the box here. We're going to go ahead and take this sleeve off of it, the display sleeve. Here's our case here. You know, pretty basic. Got a little carry handle for it, but yeah, okay. Let's spin it around. Got these little clips here. And we'll open it up, and yeah, check it out. There's the flex shaft. A little caution sticker on it that we need to read. We have our owner's manual here. Definitely need to read through this in its entirety before we use it. You know, safety instructions and all that good stuff. Let's set this to the side for now. Okay, let's check this out. First impression, it's got some good weight to it. It's a decent looking tool here. We can see here is the variable speed portion of it. Goes all the way, you know, through 6, and then eventually ends up at max there. We'll turn that back down to 1 for now. We got our on-off switch right here. We got our, you know, this is like the button that you'll press down when you're tightening or loosening a bit on here. It's got this piece here that looks like, yep, this twists off. And you can put different accessories on here, like a shield or like a router attachment, you know, those types of things. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and put this back on for now. Let's set this to the side for a moment. Let's take a look at our accessories here. Okay, guys, so here's our accessories here. Let's go ahead and take these out and look through them and see what we got. I'm going to set the plastic case just off to the side for a moment. Let me get these out of the case, and we'll be right back and see what's all in there. All right, guys, I have all of our bits kind of spaced out here and organized so we can go through them and see what they're all about. Let's just go ahead and start with this one over here. This is called a cutoff wheel. In the manual, it says we're supposed to get 3 of them. They gave us more than that. There's probably about 10 in there or so. But in the manual, it says what we would use these for. It says thin disc for slicing and cutting. These discs are great for making quick cuts and are best suited for general maintenance, repair, or industrial applications, and attached to the small screw mandrel, which is this one right here. Next, we have the sanding discs. We get 51 of these. I don't know how they came up with that number, but that's what they came up with. In the manual, it says for these, disc-shaped sandpaper used for material removal and resurfacing, and attached to the small screw mandrel, which is the same one we just looked at, that one right there. Next, we have, this is called the dressing stone. We'll come back to that one in a minute. We use it in conjunction with these, like as these get old and deteriorated. This dressing stone is a solid block made from hard abrasive, and it breathes new life back into old or worn grinding stone bits. Next, we have, these are felt polishing wheels. We get 2 of them. We get a big one and a small one, and they're used with this screw mandrel here. So they twist into them, and that's what holds them on. For these, it says in the manual, perfect for finishing a workpiece's surface, cleans, polishes, and buffs metal, wood, and plastic. And for best results, polishing accessories should be used at speeds below 15,000 RPMs and attached to the screw mandrel, which we just looked at was this one right here. Okay, next we have, these here are called sander bands, and this is the sanding drum. And these sander bands, we get 4 of them, and they go over the top of the sanding drum, and then it shows you in the manual how to tighten this here so the band will stay on there. This is what it looks like up close. Set that down. Okay, next we have, these are called grinding stones, and we get 10 of them. This is what one of them looks like up close. And again, as those get old, we would use the dressing stone to, as the manual says, breathe new life back into them. All sorts of various shapes in there. Let's read what these are for. The grinding stone bits are used for various grinding and abrasive machining operations. Great for removing flash from metal castings, deburring metal after cutting, smoothing welded joints, grinding off rivets, and removing rust. And these can be resharpened with the dressing stone there. Okay, next we get a couple, they call these high-speed cutters. They don't actually have a description of them in the owner's manual, but you would use these to shape or hollow out or, to carve into various materials. They give you one that's got like the pointy tip there and then one that's circular. Let's go ahead and set those down. And then we get a couple of drill bits here. We get 2 different drill bits. One's a 1/8 and one is a 3/32. Go ahead and set those down. Just use those to drill holes. We get an Allen wrench that we're going to use in conjunction with the flex shaft. We get a tool here for tightening down, on the chuck to make sure the bit's in there tight. It's also got a piece on the back side of it that we would use to open up the Dremel if we need to replace the carbon brush. And here's where you access one of the carbon brushes, and there's where you access the other. It tells you in the manual how to check and replace those, so make sure to check that out so you know what to look for. We get an extra collet here. You get a 1/8 and a 3/32. One of them is already in the rotary tool, so let's go ahead and set this one down here. All right, guys, here's our flex shaft. We have our rotary tool off and unplugged, so it's safe that we can install the flex shaft. It tells you caution here when installing the flex shaft. The metal ring on the inner core must be flush against the collet before tightening. Otherwise, the extra length of the inner core will generate excessive friction and heat. Okay guys, so to install the flex shaft, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this piece off here, and it just screws off. We're just going to set it off to the side, and then we're going to stick this down in there until the metal ring is flush with the collet like it just told us to do. And then we can press down on this button here, and we can start twisting this until it's tight. Okay, and then once it's hand tight, we're going to use our wrench that they gave us here. And you can see, okay, so you're going to press down on the button, and there is a very small space up here where you can put the wrench, just a very tiny spot where the wrench will fit on. And then we're just going to go ahead and get that all the way tight. And once that's tight, then we're going to slip this down over the top here. And we're just going to go ahead and screw it on like so. Kind of an interesting game of twisting it. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's on there tight. So now, here's our flex shaft. And we could, like, you know, if we were working on a project or whatever, we could hang this up on something while it's on and while we're using the flex shaft. But for the demonstration today, we're just going to leave it on the workbench. So I still have it unplugged. Let's go ahead and put a bit in here. How about we use the sanding drum bit, and we can look at how that tightens on there anyways. Okay, so here is the sanding band here, and then the drum. So we're just going to slip this right over the top there, like so. And then we are going to use this here, and we can start to turn this. And you can see that gets that on there tight, like I can't get it off now. Let's make sure that's good. Okay. Yeah, that's on there good. Okay, so here's our shaft here, the front of the shaft, and there's a hole on the side, and then you can see as you move this, eventually, that lines up. And then once you have that hole lined up there, that's when you're gonna stick your Allen wrench in there, like so. And that's what's gonna allow you to tighten the bit in. So we got the Allen wrench all the way down. We're going to stick our bit all the way down there. We're going to hand tighten it as much as we can get it. And then we're going to use our wrench that they provided to get it all the way tight. And this has a much larger area to use the wrench. But there you go. We got it all the way tight. So now we can use our sanding drum and sanding band there. Okay guys, let's put on our safety glasses and we'll go ahead and plug this in. I got it on the 1 setting right now, and we'll make sure that it's turned off really quick, which it is. Okay, let's get it plugged in. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our flex shaft, and we're gonna turn it on, and we're just gonna cycle through all the speeds and see how loud it is and what the RPMs look like. So that's on 1, and here we go. I'll just kind of go through the speeds so you guys can see and listen. Okay, well that was it. It progressively got up there pretty good. Let me go ahead and unplug this and I will be right back. All right, guys, well that was the review of the Wen Rotary Tool. What do you think? Let me give you my final thoughts. So there are a lot of options out there when you're looking at rotary tools. They range in price anywhere from around $20 to well over $100. This one was a little bit over $20. But you get the rotary tool, you get the flex shaft, you get the various bits, you get the case to carry it in. It's a good purchase for just a little bit over $20. It's a nice tool to have in the house, and it'll come in handy, I think, pretty often. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you did. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.